Now we're going to turn your circle into a square. So just check before you start that you've got the right number of clusters here. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You're going to need all of those. So just join your yarn in between any two clusters. There we go. That's that. And then we need 3 chains. This is going to be our first stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 trebles. 1, 2. Alright, so that's our first little cluster there. Then we're going to do 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Now it's very important at this point that you do your next stitches into this same cluster hole here, so, or space as we might call it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. So there we have 3 stitches, which comprise of 3 chains and 2 trebles, 3 chains to make our corner, and then 3 trebles. Next, we need to add a charge to our phone just to improve the lighting, we hope. Okay, that's better. So we're going to do 2 more 3 treble check clusters along here. So here we are. 1, 2, 3, and then another set of 3 treble clusters here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right, and now we're about to do our next corner, which is going to look like this corner. So going into that next space, 3 trebles. Then 3 chains. And then another 3 trebles into the same space. Just need to get myself, there we are. One, 2, 3. So can you see now? By putting these little 3 chains in, you've made these into corners, and you spread these out so the pattern looks better as well. Okay, so we're going to keep doing that as we go around. Exactly the same. 1, 2, 3 trebles in there. and again, another 3 trebles, okay, and then our next corner. So that's another 3 treble cluster. Sorry, that's a bit close. And remember to do our corner. We need to do 3 chains. If you didn't do these 3 chains, you just carry on going around in circles, which is, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but it might curl up a bit. So there we go. Oops, and there we are, a mistake. You need to actually be going into the same space. Doesn't matter if you make mistakes, they can always be undone. So can you see how this is coming along? You've got a corner with 2, 3 clusters in one space, then you've got another set of triple clusters, and then another corner. Right, we need to join our other square in. I thought I could actually do this down the last edge, but I can't, so we'll do it now. Let's just undo that, because we actually need to do our square in as we go along. There we are. So we've undone it. See how easy it is to undo? To our last 3rd treble, we're back there again. So what we're going to do now to join our next square in is 1 chain. Here it is. Ta-da! Our other square. So go back to back with it like that. 1 hair not required. Then we have do a double crochet into that. That would actually count as a 2nd chain. Then 1 more chain. Okay. Then we go back in here and finish our corner off. So 1, 2, 3. So that's joined there. Now then, to join again, so you go to this one here, you see the gap there in between. Just do either a double crochet or a slip stitch. I'm going to do a double crochet into that hole. And then keep going as you were before. So into this space here, another 3 trebles. So 1, 2, 3. This time I'm going to show you how to do it with a slip stitch. Join it in. So you've got your hole there. Just go through there and pull it all the way through. That's probably a better joining method actually, now I've looked at it. So can you see how that's joined up there? If you're using all the same colours to join as well, it'll look really nice. These are all different colours so you can see what's happening. But that's just got in through that hole there. So back to where we were. Another 3 trebles into our cluster space. or space between clusters. So you can see that you're doing a join at the end of every time you do some clusters. So we should find here, where are we? Here we are, there's the last space. Excuse me, there's these. So let's join up in that space. There we go. I did that with a slip stitch. I think it's better, but you can choose how you want to do them. Here we are, and here we are. This is going to be our corner space. So back into doing 3 trebles. 1, that's just ours from before. 2, 3. So can you see that you need to make your corner here? So you need to be joining it like we did last time. So it's 1 chain, and then double crochet in here. Make sure you do double crochet, not slip stitch. You'll need to do that there because that gives you that extra stitch. 1 more chain. Okay, and then again 3 more trebles into this corner. 1, 2, 3. Can you see how that's joined in there? If you're doing with all the same colours on the outside, where I've done pink and yellow on the outside, that'll look really nice. You won't notice these little bits here, but I think they look nice anyway. I think once it's been washed, it'll probably look nice. You probably won't even notice them, but you do what you like. So you just finish off now. 2 more cluster holes to crochet into. So some more 3 treble clusters. 1, 2, 3, and then another one. 1, 2, 3. So there we go. You'll probably see one thing is left to do, and that's to join in the top chain there, because that was really our first stitch, those 3 chains were. So there was our first treble. That's the top of our first treble. So we're not going in there, we're going into this chain here, and as usual it's always a little bit awkward but worth trying. So we go through that first bit first, and through the second bit. So we've got 2 bits over the top, and then pull our yarn through there, that stitch, through the stitch on our hook, and then that's done. Pull your hook out and your yarn out, and there you have it. You're joining. Give them a wash and it'll all come out nice and even. This circle's trying to pull it in at the moment, so it might look a little bit on the wobbly side, but that's all part of crochet, and once it's all done and you've sort of washed it or wet it and blocked it, it looks great.